If you want to build an aesthetic physique, then developing bigger arms is going to be an important part of that. But how do you do that efficiently without wasting time and effort, or if you don't have the time or money to invest in spending hours and hours in the gym every day? Well, the good news is you only really need 2 focused exercises with minimal time and effort invested. This is especially true for beginner to intermediate weightlifters who have no plans of becoming a competitive bodybuilder, but rather just want to build a fit and aesthetic physique. In this video, I'm going to break down these 2 exercises, and if you want to jump ahead, you can go to the timestamps to skip ahead to the videos. But first, I want to explain how we can get away with just 2 exercises for arm development, one for the biceps and one for the triceps. And especially as a beginner, you only really need to do this if you're finding that your arm development is lacking and you really want to boost it. I'm assuming that if you are here for a workout video on developing your arms, you're probably also doing other exercises to develop the rest of your body. And any well-rounded workout program is going to involve chest and back training, preferably with compound movements. And if you'd like to see a video where I break down only 3 exercises that you need as a beginner for a full body workout that will hit pretty much every muscle and provide good muscle development in each area, you can check out the linked video above. In short, in that video, I describe how a compound chest pressing movement is going to not only develop the chest, but also activate and develop the triceps, as well as the anterior delts. Now, you can't obviously count the triceps as a full working set for each press you do, because it's primarily targeting the chest. But some studies have shown that if you are looking for something to equate volume and how much it produces muscle growth, you can count these support muscles like the triceps for bench press as about a half set for each set that you do of bench press. So while you're doing your bench press, you are going to be developing your triceps. Similarly, with most back exercises that are compound movements, whether it be pull-ups, chin-ups, a rowing motion, you are going to be developing your biceps. And again, you can count those as half sets. So in your training with your compound chest and back movements, you are still developing your biceps and triceps. Now, if you're not getting enough muscle growth from that alone, that's where these focused exercises come into play. And when you add even just one focused exercise for each of these muscle groups, you're doing that on top of the prior volume that you've been doing for those muscles with the compound movements. So if you're smart about it, even just these 2 exercises added to your program can make a massive difference in the development of your arm muscles. So without wasting any more time, let's go check out these exercises. The bicep exercise that I'm choosing is a preacher curl. Now, if you have access to a preacher curl machine, those can be great, or a preacher curl barbell or easy bar. But if you are going to be using dumbbells, it is also a great exercise, and it offers a lot of stability and ease of setup with the dumbbells especially. The only downside with the dumbbells is you have to do each arm on their own, so it ends up taking twice as long. But it is a great exercise to put your bicep in the stretched position with the most tension. The lower you go with the incline, the more tension you're going to get in the deeper stretch position. Now, you have to keep in mind this isn't putting the bicep in maximum stretch because that would be positioning the arm behind the body, but you're still getting a very, very nice amount of tension in the extended position of the arm, which is where the bicep is going to be most stretched in this exercise, and that is where you're going to get the most hypertrophy stimulus. You can even go as far as to lay your arm across a flat bench so that the maximum tension is at the maximum stretch position, but I prefer to have a bit of an incline because it just feels smoother and more stable to me. Now for the tricep exercise, I'm going to choose an overhead tricep extension. Now again, I'm using dumbbells for this video, and you can do it with a single dumbbell or 2 dumbbells, and you just hold the weight behind your head with your elbows up in whatever position feels most comfortable for you, and you're going to raise the dumbbell up as high as you can. And the most important important part again is the stretched position, which is going to be when the dumbbell is down, and you want to focus on that part of the exercise. And if you're not locking out the elbows, that's totally fine. In fact, you're going to end up with more overall tension throughout the exercise, and it'll be more fatiguing if you're not going all the way up. And if you just stay in the bottom half range of the motion, that's going to give a nice burn, and you can kind of consider that a lengthened partial. And so if you can't get all the way up, you can definitely just squeeze out a couple more reps in that lower part of the exercise and get a lot of value. And that's all you really need. Both of those exercises are taking advantage of high tension in the stretched position of the muscle, which is going to produce more muscle growth stimulation, making sure that you are taking full advantage of every effort you put in to those exercises. They don't have to add a whole lot of extra time to your workout if you superset them, doing the biceps and then the triceps. And so your biceps are resting while you're doing the tricep exercise and vice versa. Or if you want to do them as drop sets, you can take very little rest between each set, decrease the weight a little bit, and go again right away so that you're reducing the rest time. Both of those strategies are very effective in reducing the time it takes to complete your sets while also still maximizing the benefit that you're getting from muscle growth. So if you've been struggling with arm development and you haven't been sure where to go and you haven't been doing these exercises, I highly recommend you give them a try. Or if you're just not sure where to start, these are the ones that I would recommend. Now, if you're looking for exercises to maximize your shoulder development as efficiently as possible, check out the video linked at the end of this video for a breakdown of how to target each different muscle in the shoulder most effectively to help build broader shoulders for that aesthetic physique.